Then another thing that helps is visualizing. Visualizing is quite different from envisioning because that one is just you're thinking about it. But here you make it real. It could be a visual aid, it could be a picture of you beside somebody you admire, like something called image board. Let's say you admire like 5 people in your life. You want picture at the center, put a picture around you. Every day look at it like this. If it's a particular amount you're trying to raise, when you know this, the first thing, because let's say this is where your bed is, and once you wake up, you see it right in there, the amount. So that way, it makes it real. Like, I can't be here forever. In that process, you realize that every step takes you ahead. So the next thing I also do is to shape your will, the elders in the house. In Yoruba, there is a proverb that says that Ikoko Lanyo Leku. Eku is the masquerade garment, that beads full of fire, like wondering, and the person is having a tiny, but it becomes scary when it is that. So it's difficult to pull it off. So you will say that it is a step by step, step after step that you want to remove that garment. I learned something a few years ago. No matter how difficult life gets for me, there's always something I can do. It was a big turnaround. Because usually, what happens when you encounter difficulty is that somehow, you can see the devil, evil forces basically, tries to implicate you by thinking you can't do anything, you are helpless. It's not true. And I always use examples from the Bible, for example, where God always asked, what do you have in your hand? Look at Moses. Moses was like, God, how do we cross this thing? I said, what is in your hands? I'm sure he was shocked. I said, rod. He was like, God, you want me? You see river, you're saying rod. And God said, stretch it. I'm sure it was okay. And then it parted. Look at the woman with small oil. He said, what do you have in your house? The man said, a little oil. I want to eat my child so that we wait for death. Like, I said, do my own first. So God always uses the little you have. So in whatever situation, ask yourself, okay, so things are like this. What do I have right now? What can I do right now? So is it that you have one contact that I can start from? Let's say you're trying to build a business. You can start from your family member. Do a free job for them. Get a testimonial. Improve. You get that? So somehow, there is always something you can do that what leads you to the next one.